well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans... And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Second and 9 now.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. 3 yards on carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barton. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Houston.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And the Texans 1st down.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Pierce on the carry for Houston. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st down, Texans.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he is out of bounds here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown.
Texans, they are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody.
The hype is over, and here we go. Super Bowl LXV number 65 is underway.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Going right back to Akers.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points. Point attempt here still to come. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Owens.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Herbert on 1st down now.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers.
Gets around him, and they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Akers is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught by Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The give running right is Akers.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's Herbert.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down on a 21-yard gain. Now back to throw. It's complete. It's gone.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And, Charles, everybody here this week talking about the quest for the 7th Super Bowl title for this head coach, one that would put him in the top spot in the modern era.
And you have to think that the way the league is constructed, Brandon, parity rules, right? So let's face it, my math is rudimentary, but you would think that the average team would win 1 Super Bowl every 32 years, right? And here he is trying to win his 7th. It absolutely boggles the mind and confounds the rest of the league.
They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion.
7-all is the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back and ready to go for the second quarter now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Texans have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert now.
There's Chris Olave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Herbert, that's into the hands of Akers, complete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Herbert.
Akers back-to-back catches.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Saints.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And here comes the Texans now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he finds Howard complete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt.
Taking it about the 16. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7. Herbert going for the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Rhodes. They'll set up a throw.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 41 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Herbert on 1st down now.
Olave over the middle.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, it's Herbert.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Herbert.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a throw here, hauled in.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Throws right side, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Herbert's throw caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this one is right through, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Saints,
one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, Their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Complete to number 3. It's a lead of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Working with a 2nd and 3. A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1. He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Here's Pierce. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. 3rd and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. Again, it's Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Damian Pierce
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Texans will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Herbert.
He completes it to Olave.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Owens. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Saints are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Out route complete to Dulcich.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Up the middle they go. Rhodes. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce.
His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Point after here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a both scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Slant pass complete to Olave. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Saints.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The final quarter here on the biggest stage of the biggest game of the year is about to come your way. 3 quarters in the books, and the 4th up next here in Super Bowl 65. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1 more quarter remains now in Super Bowl 65 as we welcome you back to live action. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2nd and 11. It's complete. It's Gore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. He's got Gore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And some room to roam now. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Herbert now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Owens. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Garrett Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rhodes.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2nd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Herbert. This one taken in by Olave. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Herbert throwing again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's 4th down.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster.
And he is going to have the Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave it with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Going for it with Pierce.
And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
With the next pick, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Texans. The New Orleans Saints are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. On the clock now, it's the Miami Dolphins. The Houston Texans are now on the clock. Next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. The Miami Dolphins now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Texans.